Hi.
Hi.
So I'll tell you a little bit more about how I arrived to this workshop. We just completed 2 days of working with the water play therapy. And I came across it on Facebook actually when I read a post that Yale posted a few months ago, and it was a case study of her work with a child using the water tray and water box. And Yale described a situation where water were used with color and toys, and she described kind of the healing process of the child using this play therapy technique. So I was curious and I wrote to her, and very quickly I signed on the course, which is 2 days here in the north of Israel. During the course we discovered the water element through myth and stories, and we kind of began to understand what's the meaning of water to each one of us, and through that the potential of water as a healing property and the play in water. For the last 2 days we kind of covered a lot of theories, and Yael told us how she developed this technique and the story behind how she came across it in the first place and how she developed it over the years in her clinic. We also looked at our own relationship to water, what it means to each one of us, and we, after talking a bit about it, we actually dipped our hands into water and discovered the magic of water and color, and obviously the effect of colored water in our hands. And that took us to understanding the power of using paint, water and toys, and actually creating a scene for our fantasy to be unfold. And once our fantasies unfold, then we began to actually work with issues that may arose out of the process. And that's what we did. We took it to a full-blown simulation where we had a therapist. One of us was a therapist, one of us was a client, and we took a situation from a therapy room, and we actually discovered ways of working and implementing this technique in a real setting. But that was an amazing experience. Yeah.
Okay, so you would recognize.
I would definitely use this technique. I just got my first water box with me.
Wow.
And I would try it definitely after the holidays. I work in schools, and I can see the potential for kids that can really benefit every now and again to move out of painting and drawing or sculpting into actually playing with water and creating sceneries, whether it's fantasy or reality, but creating some form of story, a narrative that has a lot of therapeutic potential within that. So I'll definitely use it and definitely recommend other therapists to come and take part in this workshop, which will happen again very shortly.
Would you use the play therapy inside using the water box? Do you think it's useful?
It is very useful. From what I've discovered this week, we saw some clips of how therapists did it in action. We did it ourselves here, and I'm very eager to try it myself. I can already imagine the kids that I'm working with, how they would respond to that. It's definitely going to become one of my practical tools I'm going to be used alongside visual art.
Wow. Thank you, Nevo.
Thank you.